Show on Sports Radio, The Fan, 107.9 FM, 1560 AM, and anywhere you listen online and podcast. You can be a part of the conversation at 321-984-1234. Now, here's your host, Mark Moses.
Good afternoon and welcome. Welcome indeed to a Monday edition of the Moses Show. That's right. Here on a recap Monday after everything that happened last night there at the Super Bowl. Let's get right into it. Congratulations to the Kansas City Chiefs. You were 3 points better than the Eagles. You got it done. And yes, it is their second Super Bowl championship in 5 years when Patrick Mahomes is their quarterback. I was going with this text message exchange of all people with my mother, who's not even that big of a football fan. But we were going back and forth this morning about, individual success, recognition, what about the team? And we were going back and forth, who should get all the credit? The best player, the team? And what I told her was this. How do you build a championship? It's like baking in the kitchen. You want to bake a cake? What do you need? You need all the ingredients. If you skip a couple, it probably won't taste good. If you want to win and you want that cake to taste well, you need all the ingredients, right? Some of the ingredients are better than other ingredients, but you need them all. You do. And the Kansas City Chiefs, that's right, they have them all. They have a superstar quarterback. They got a great coaching staff. They had offensive weapons that made plays. They had special teams that made plays. And they had a defense that just held on to win that game. They're the champions. You can't really trash the Eagles that much today because it wasn't a blowout. It was 35-35 with 5 minutes to go, then Mahomes got the ball. I'm telling you, you're the Eagles. All right, your quarterback, he's going to throw like 300 yards. He's going to rush for multiple touchdowns. He's going to have a Hall of Fame MVP type game. Your offense is going to score 35 points. It wasn't a fluke. They scored 35 points in this game. And the Chiefs were better. That shows you how good Patrick Mahomes is. And when I think about the last couple of years where Mahomes got drafted by the Kansas City Chiefs. Not Cleveland, not Chicago. You can keep going if you want. Mahomes is in the perfect spot. He's got a great coach that can get the best out of him, and they have a front office that can get teammates around him. It's the perfect thing. It's everything. If Mahomes, if he goes to the Bears, he goes to the Browns, who knows? He'd be good, but is he going to be this good? I probably not. The stars aligned. And I told this to my dad when I was driving home last night. We went the last 20 years where we had Brady and Belichick. Great quarterback, amazing coach, and the system that worked for both of them. And they put players around them so that they can succeed. Well, that's done. Now it feels like, to me, Kansas City's the top dog. Maybe they're not going to win the Super Bowl every year, but for the next 10 years, Kansas City's going to be right there. That's what New England did, and now Kansas City's the top dog. And people constantly say, oh, Cincinnati, oh, Buffalo, all these great quarterbacks. I'm guilty of this, especially in the AFC. Kansas City's way up there. People are right there, but they're at the penthouse right now. They're the top dog, and they look like they can go win more championships. I'm shaking my head here in studio because they won and they're going to win again. You know it and I know it. They're going to keep winning. They are. This is the new world we're going to live in. Right? Who's going to take over for New England as the top dog in football? Because for years on this show, I talked about, hey, there's 31 teams in the NFL and then there's the Patriots. And now the new world order is going to be there's 31 teams and then there's the Kansas City Chiefs. That's what it's going to be. Chiefs Kingdom won the Super Bowl. And I still feel like, I'm not kidding around when I say this, that first year under Mahomes might have been their best team, but Brady stopped them. Well, the Brady window is done. And now long live the champion, Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. Philly played great. Kansas City made a couple more plays. They really did. And I think this game came down to this. Philly's up 14-7 in the second quarter. They're up. They have the ball. They have momentum. And Kansas City's looked like the better team so far. And Philadelphia's defense is shutting down pretty much the Kansas City Chiefs, holding them into check and like, all right, you're not going to move the ball. Opening kickoff, Eagles score. Kansas City gets the ball, then they go right down the field and score. Then after that, most of the first half, it's all Philadelphia's defense that's in control now. But I'm telling you, 14-7, Philadelphia has the lead. And Hurts tries to do a play where the ball goes on the ground. Kansas City picks it up, scores a touchdown. That was huge. Huge. Now, I know Philadelphia then went down and made it 21-14. But I was yelling at people where I'm like, it should be 21-7. And then right before the half, Philadelphia drives again, settles for a field goal at 24-14. We go into halftime, getting ready for Rihanna, and my gut reaction is thinking this. Philadelphia should be up more. Philadelphia should be up 3 scores. Philadelphia should have thrown the haymaker there. The problem with Philadelphia, and one of the reasons why they lost this game, they let Kansas City hang around. Kansas City did not play well in that first half. They're only down 10 points. And I think that long halftime with Rihanna, and we'll get to that in a minute. How long was that? 30, 40, 45 minutes? It gave a chance for Kansas City to regroup and get ready for that second half. And then they made their adjustments. That's the difference, right? 24-14, final score 38-35. Kansas City went crazy in the second half. They made the adjustments, and they made a couple more plays. And that offensive line, compared to 2 years ago against Tampa Bay, Kansas City's offensive line was the X factor. Because I said going into the matchup, this is going to be up to the Philadelphia D-line. They've got to hit Mahomes a couple times, especially with the bad ankle. Philadelphia's defensive line has got to hit Mahomes. They got to make it very difficult for Mahomes in the pocket to make plays. They barely touched him. The offensive line was huge. Huge for the Kansas City Chiefs. Remember 2 years ago, and if you're a Bucs fan, you're going to love what I'm going to say here. 2 years ago, Mahomes had no time to throw, got hit multiple times, and Kansas City did not score a touchdown. Think about the last 5 years of Mahomes and that offense and how many teams they've embarrassed. And they've, just, we're going to drop 35, 40 points on you. I'm going to throw 5 touchdowns. You won't even be in the game. It'll be over in the second quarter. The only time he's been shut down is the Super Bowl 2 years ago against the Buccaneers. And I said this the Monday after that Super Bowl. That game plan needs to be in the Hall of Fame. Because when it's all said and done, that might be the only time anyone really shuts down Patrick Mahomes in the biggest moment. They shut him down. He did not score a touchdown. Last night, first drive, goes down the field and scores a touchdown. Then they end up with 38 points. I know the defense scored one of them, but 38 points. They didn't score a touchdown against the Bucs. And last night, they were scoring at will in that second half. Mahomes gets all the credit, but you also got to give credit to that offensive line. They were great. They were. He had over 3 seconds to throw the ball in the pocket. He was great. And there was a play on that final drive, 12-play drive, 5 minutes in length to end the game. There was a play where Mahomes had to scramble, and he picked up that first down. It was Joe Montana-esque. It really was. He is the real deal. This guy, these are normal situations for him. Not like, I hope he can make it through this playoff game. This guy's beyond that. He is the real deal. And he's got his second Super Bowl ring. 27 years old, 2 rings. Can he catch Brady? Maybe. You got to keep winning him moving forward. But if he can stay healthy and Kansas City can do a good job of surrounding him with players that can compete at a high level, they got a chance. They really do. It's amazing. And by the way, Jalen Hurts, again, played the game of his life. Jalen Hurts, I know he's sad today as he should. He lost the Super Bowl. But He scored 35 points, 300 yards passing, multiple rushing touchdowns. He had the big 2-point conversion as well to tie it with 5 minutes to go. Hurts was great. And you look at that NFL draft where it is Joe Burrow, Tua. You look at, the quarterback with the LA Chargers of San Diego, Justin Herbert. Second round is Jalen Hurts. He's right up there. All four of those guys couldn't be good moving forward. Hurts could have won the Super Bowl. I mean, it's a steal in the second round for the Philadelphia Eagles. A steal. Hurts was great. Mahomes was better. That's the difference. It was a great game. I really enjoyed it. We had a great time. We were up there at Fish Lips Waterfront Bar and Grill at the Port. We had a great crowd. Gave away some Super Bowl coins. Everyone was excited. Fish Lips did a great job where, they did their halftime raffle. We had a great time. We really did. And everyone's on, there's so many TVs. Everyone's looking at, all right, here's Rihanna, here's the commercials, here's the game. And I like that moment where, kind of the first half is kind of a party, right? Hey, let's get something to eat. Hey, let's get some cold ones. Yeah, we're going to mingle. We're going to do this. I think my favorite part, we've done this last 2 years, is that fourth quarter. It kind of settles down there. People have had a couple and, they have that food and it's stuff in their stomach. And there's kind of that moment there, fourth quarter. All right. Who's going to win this game? Right? Everyone starts like, all right. Who is going to be the MVP? Who's going to make the play? Who's going to do this? Who's going to do that? I like that. That's my favorite part of the Super Bowl. That fourth quarter, when everyone's kind of calmed down, chilled out, no one's really talking, and everyone's just like, what's going on here? This is the game now. That's my favorite part. And I'll sell this. This is a true story. True story. So late in that fourth quarter, remember, I'm at a sports bar pretty much, restaurant, whatever you want to call it. And they go to commercial. And you're kind of paying attention to the commercials, but you're also talking to people, and then it's kind of loud with just the ambiance of the place you're at. And I swear, this is what happened. I don't know what your experience was like, but this was mine. So we're packed with people in there, and all of a sudden you look at the TV, you're kind of glaring at it, and all of a sudden it looked like someone who was controlling all the TVs there behind the scenes turned off the game and started putting on some streaming site. Even I got duped by this. Everyone there did. We're like, hey, it's the fourth quarter. What's going on? And everyone's freaking out, and you're seeing the movement of the TV. You're going to the smart TV. You're looking at the different apps. It fooled me. That by far was the best commercial of the night. I don't care, because that stopped you in your tracks. Is it Tubi, Tubi, whatever that even is, some type of streaming thing? Best commercial of the night. That was 4 or 5 minutes ago in the fourth quarter. They go to commercial, and it duped me. Now, maybe if you were at home watching the TV, maybe you're like, no, this is stupid. But when you were in a crowd, it was bizarre, because I was angry. Like, who in their right mind is changing the channel now? There's about 4 minutes to go in the fourth quarter of the Super Bowl. We're in a tie game. What? I was out for blood in that situation. That was incredible. I didn't think a commercial could shock me. That was my favorite one of the night. I love The Flash. The Flash movie trailer. That looked awesome. The nerd boy in me. And then Michael Keaton showed up as Batman. Sign me up. I am going opening weekend. Yeah, I'm going to that. Fast and the Furious looked beyond stupid, but as you know, the rule to the show, I've gone to every single Fast and the Furious movie in the movie theater since 2001. I'm not going to miss it again. I have to go. I know it's going to be terrible. I have to go. The worst commercial. The worst. Fourth quarter of the Super Bowl. It's Super Bowl Sunday. How do I say this? This is a very pro-America type thing. Like, NFL football is an American sport. And everyone's, eating buffalo wings and burgers, and, they're gathering around the TV and their family. It's a very American type thing. This is our baby. And then Dave Grohl, the Foo Fighters, who I like, he comes on and he's saying how great Canada is. to just support, and this is what every commercial was. Every celebrity is supporting some type of liquor I've never heard of. So he's going on and on and on how great Canada is. And the macho, Team America World Police in me is like, get this nonsense off my television. And I yelled that as well in front of people. Get it out of my face. I don't care about Canada. Canada's probably a really nice place to live and visit. And I know people are there from there. It's fourth quarter of the Super Bowl. Get this nonsense off my television. All right. And Rihanna, she was fantastic. I'll take it a step back. Chris Stapleton was fantastic as well. He was great for the national anthem. That guy's got real talent. Country music right now and on the radio has a lot of garbage that they play. Like a lot of. Just trying to be pop music, and it's not country, and then some of them are trying to rap. It is pure garbage that they play on the radio. That Chris Stapleton guy has actual talent, and it was on display when he did that national anthem. He's great. And you saw him at the Grammys where he's with, Stevie Wonder. That guy's got talent. And what I like about Chris Stapleton is you can tell he wasn't part of the plan for the music industry. Kind of like Lady Gaga, where it's like, yeah, I don't know, mate, we like this like Florida Georgia line look right now. No. The real talent's over there. It's this guy, Chris Stapleton. So I thought he was great. Rihanna, here's what I think happened. I think they had a plan. And they were like, all right, we're going to do this, this, and this. And then she showed up like Queen Bee that she is. She said, sorry, guys, I'm pregnant. And then they had to figure something out on the fly. And that production, like I thought last year with Dr. Dre and Snoop, I thought that was a real cool set. This was the coolest set of anything. Forget Rihanna, because you could have put any artist there. The fact that it had floating stages, I don't think television gives it enough credit. I really don't. I can only imagine being at the stadium and they're blasting that music and she's singing and then she's like ascending to the heavens after a while and then it's going back and out. It kind of looked like a level of Donkey Kong after a while. That was incredible. Then she's pregnant doing that. Man, that woman's amazing, right? And some people were like, oh, this is boring. Or, nah, it was okay. We're so desensitized. I can't even say the word correctly. Desensitized. There we go. When it comes to everything. Because, we're on our phones 17 hours a day and we're constantly having to be entertained. You saw something last night you've never seen before. It's like in the early 80s when Michael Jackson showed up and did the moonwalk. I don't think it's as good as that. But you've never seen that before. And she's a pregnant woman. And she did like 11 or 12 songs. And she has so many great hits. She can barely move. I thought it was phenomenal. It really does. And it makes me want to all right, when's she going to be in a concert? Oh, she can't. She's going to go into labor. Right? That was amazing in my estimation. I think on my Facebook feed, where I asked people, what do they think of Rihanna? I think I have like about 90 comments so far. And it's not just like, the comments aren't, it was okay, or, yeah, I liked it. No. People are doing manifesto comments, their thoughts on everything that's going on. And it's comical at this point where people are like, nah, this sucks. You know what? The people that do that after a while where everything sucks, you know what that means? You suck. That's what that is. Now I'm laughing. Just lighten up, have a good time. She's got 12 minutes, she's pregnant. You know there's going to be some sitcom, right? There's going to be some sitcom where they're going to have like a pregnant woman. And this might happen across the country now. It's going to be a pregnant woman. And she's like, oh man, I'm so tired. I got to sit down. I don't know if I can do this. And there's going to be some wise-ass husband where he's going to be like, yeah, can't do it. Rihanna was pregnant. She's floating around the Super Bowl singing her songs and then she's dancing. You got no excuse. I know. And then someone's going to get slapped in the face. That's what I imagine is going to happen. But congratulations to the Chiefs. They're the Super Bowl champions. They deserve it. Made a couple more plays, and they're the top dogs now in the Super Bowl era. All right? I'm sorry. That's what they are. And the sad part, no NFL football for like about 7 months. Boo! Boo! We're going to recap it till 6 o'clock today. Then we're going to get it out of our system. Alan Slaughterzinski, Brevard Sports Network. He joins me next.